What's up, everybody? It's a Blue Drake, and today I'm gonna. I don't like it. I don't like looking at this. Oh God. Today I'm gonna show you something that is. Well, I mean, this is disgusting, but this is something that's really cool. This is something that could actually change a lot in the game development industry. This could open up a whole bunch of new doors. Man, this is gross. But today, we are going to be taking a look at the VOXEL plugin for Unreal Engine 4. And this is really cool. If you've never seen this before, you can check it out. Definitely go check out the VOXEL plugin. I will have a link in the description below. And with this plugin for Unreal Engine 4, you can do all sorts of things. You can create completely destructible environments of any kind. It is also completely integrated with multiplayer. So this is a fully replicated system where you can create single-player or multiplayer voxel-based games. And the utility of this, I mean, again, I don't think people really understand how far this goes. You can create all sorts of things with this. You can create fully three-dimensional games. You can create two-dimensional games. You can create games that look, maybe similar to something like Teardown, or you can create things that look maybe, I don't know, something like Red Faction or a realistic destructible environment. You can do a lot, and it's absolutely amazing. So we're going to be taking a look at a couple of creators who have actually been using this plugin to build really interesting projects. This creator is from someone called BitToken, and the stuff that he makes is actually really interesting. Like for this is like a hover car that uses the voxel system in order to kind of have like this sand that blows away beneath the car. But he also has this other project which is like an Attack on Titan inspired. Again, these are all of the things that you can make with this single plugin. So here's a project like an Attack on Titan with like a giant zombie destroying an entire city. This guy's amazing. You should absolutely go check out his stuff. His name's BitToken. He doesn't have that many subscribers, but I mean, I'm a huge fan of his. The stuff he can create with this is really cool. And in addition to that, he's made a whole bunch of other prototypes with the VOXEL plugin. So here, for instance, here's a demo, like a third-person game with an astronaut walking through this world, and every footstep that he makes leaves like an indentation in the ground. Here's a 2D top-down game that he created, and what he used the VOXEL engine for here is it also can create procedural landscapes. So we're not just talking about destructible environments. We're talking about like landscape generation. We're talking about potentially entire world generation. Here is the VOXEL plugin being used to generate an entire planet. Yes, you can generate entire planets with this system. Again, I don't, every time I try to talk to people about this plugin, they don't really get it, until I guess I have to maybe make a video like this and kind of explain it. The things that you can do here is absolutely limitless. All of these different ideas and these different systems, it's amazing. So let's actually go through a couple of other examples. For instance, here's a project called Impact. This is a game that's being created by another developer who's using the VOXEL system, and you should definitely go check out his game as well. This is a really cool game, but one of the coolest things about it is it has a voxel-based system where you can here's a demo of like something that he was kind of working on where you can actually have voxel-based destruction for character bodies. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's gruesome. It's terrible, right? It's disgusting. But it's also amazing. And he's been able to put together this destructible prototype using the voxel system, where you can blow bullet holes in walls. Again, we haven't seen things like this since the original Red Faction. Like having actually Again, seriously, get hype about that, guys, right now. Think about this. This could be used to develop a red faction game. You know, we've got multiplayer in this. We've got destructible environments. I want to see a red faction first-person shooter really bad. And you have all of the building blocks here with this plugin in order to actually do that. So again, definitely go check this out. I will put a link down in the description. There will be a link to a Patreon, because usually what I do is I'll put this out as an article on my Patreon, and then I'll link to that article, and you can just click the link there and go there. Although if you do want to support us on Patreon, that does make a big difference. You can support our Steam game, Warfare 1944, get a Steam key to that, a Steam key to Operation Harsh Doorstop, a Steam key to our game Blood Metal, all for $15. And we also have, again, so the prototype that we created, our voxel destruction prototype, is actually using this system. So our voxel destruction prototype is actually using this engine. This plugin for an engine, but it's basically an engine all in its. I mean, the amount of work that he's put into this, it's incredible. But it uses this system, and this is why I think this is really interesting. You know, there's a lot of people out there that you know, whenever they see a game like the voxel destruction demo that we put together, you know, there was a lot of people that were saying like, oh, you know, this is a ripoff of Teardown. I don't think you guys understand. Voxel technology is not owned by any single studio. You know, it's not owned. This should be available to everyone. You know, voxel-based games is what I will hope will become a huge industry, a huge sub-industry within the larger game industry. You know, all games should have this kind of style. You know, like everybody, you know, I want to see more games like Teardown. You know, I want to see more content like that, and this is how it can happen. This is how it can happen. So keep that in mind. You know, like with features like this, with the way technology is going, with the way that software development, all of this new software, this new tech, all of these new systems are coming out. You know, this kind of tech is and absolutely should be available to everybody. And I think the coolest thing about this is there is a paid version of this. There is a paid version of this plugin, of this engine, but the base version is not only completely free, but it is also under an MIT license, which is probably one of the most liberal licenses that you can possibly have, for a game, or for anything, for software in general. So this is incredible. This could absolutely change over time the face of gaming as we know it. Honestly, it really could. As this continues to get improved, you're going to see this being used in more and more projects. In fact, I actually showed you guys that game Core recently. There was this game, it's called Core. It's a free kind of platform. They actually use the voxel plugin in Core for their map editor, for the terrain generation tools. Like this is the kind of stuff that it can be used for. It has so much it's so much application. And again, check out these creators. These are the kinds of people that are kind of like pioneering what's possible using the voxel plugin. BitToken does a lot of really cool stuff. Here's kind of another game that he created. This is like a Tetris-based city builder game, which I think is interesting. So it's like Tetris, but with cities? I don't know. He makes all sorts of random stuff. You know what would be cool? You take this Tetris city builder and then you combine it with your with this. There you go. That would be a good game. In fact, that would be kind of interesting. Maybe you'd make a game where it's like you have to. Oh, that would actually be interesting. Imagine you have like Attack on Titan, and you have these zombies going through here, destroying your city, and your objective is to build the city faster than they can destroy it. I don't know. That's a random idea. That would be really cool. But again, definitely check this out. Here's another project that's kind of built with the voxel plugin, very similar to Cortex Command or Noita. I think that's how you say it. Noita? I don't really know. But again, like the applications of this are absolutely endless. Absolutely endless. And it's really cool watching every single week, seeing the more projects that come out with this. I'm talking entire planets, destructible buildings, in endless, infinite generated landscapes, all gore, the interesting people that are using to create like destructible bodies and stuff like that. Like, look at this. Do you see that? Look at that. Hold up. Look at it. Look, I want you to see this. Like, when he shoots up these buildings, little pieces of them actually like fall. So like, this is a physics simulated system. Like, watch, you'll see. You see that? You see he blew up the thing and then it collapsed on itself. Like this is highly detailed, incredibly performant. Look at this. Look at the pieces falling off. Look at this. We are blessed to have this. We are blessed to even have access to something like this. The fact that people are creating things like this and then releasing it under an MIT license is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And the more projects I see that are created in this, the more I'm just like absolutely blown away. I love booting it up in Unreal Engine 4 myself and playing around with it. Like, again, that little voxel prototype that we created. You can boot up Magica Voxel, and then there's a Magica Voxel importer that this has, so you can create all of this stuff. And he's making tools to make it really easy, so that way, all of these artists and game developers and stuff can really have full control over building these really, really interesting worlds. And again, I'm really excited for Teardown to come out. I think that's going to be an amazing game. I'm really excited about that. But there's a lot of people that say, like, oh man, all of these games are ripoffs of Teardown. They're not. They're not. Teardown is a game that's built on the shoulder of giants. They're doing a lot of really, really cool stuff, and they're innovating on top of this technology in a lot of really, really cool ways. But Teardown, they did not invent. The voxel-based engine. Like this, there's no ownership of that. And I think that if we want to be smart, if we as gamers, as game developers, if we want to be smart and we want to, really see how far the community can take this tech, we should absolutely be paying attention to all of these other developers that are utilizing these same systems. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff that we haven't even seen yet, that's going to come out of this. So again, definitely check this out. This is called the Voxel plugin. It is for Unreal Engine 4, and it is absolutely amazing. Unreal Engine 4 is free. The Voxel plugin is free. This is completely free. You could download all of this and start making games today, 100%, without spending any money. And again, you can buy, like the $300 option and get a bunch of like extra stuff, but at the same, because look at this, basic $0. Because look at the pro version, $300. Documentation and tutorials, check. Commercial usage, check. Core features, check. And then look at this, free. Commercial usage, check. Most people, it's kind of funny that when they have this like comparison thing, the commercial usage you have to pay. Commercial usage, it's crazy, dude. This is crazy. Go support this man. So like the paid version is basically just a way to support his work, and this guy, again, look, you got a Magica Voxel importer. That does come with the pro version, but this is completely compatible with Magica Voxel and all of these different tools that you can use to create. Like, I don't know, dude. This is amazing. It's amazing. This is the kind of stuff you should be excited about. Go check it out. And then besides that, if you want to support our studio as well on Patreon and support you like my videos, you like me covering these kinds of things and showing them to you, and also developing demos and stuff like that for you to check them out and enjoy them, please check out our Patreon. Makes a big difference, and then hopefully I'll be able to continue bringing you more cool stuff like this. Okay, that's it. I gotta run. I got a meeting. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. All right, cheers.